Hey, Pastor Scott here with the Daily Word. I want to read this passage from Ephesians chapter 5. As Paul's writing to the church, he just finishes in chapter 4 about this new life in Christ, and he ends it with saying, don't be angry or bitter towards people. Learn how to be forgiving and loving. And then he says in chapter 5, verse 1, therefore, be imitators of God as beloved children. So how do we imitate Jesus? That seems like a tall order. Really, the way to do it is to immerse ourselves in the written word, immerse ourselves in church life, in community, that gospel community that Jesus calls us to. In order for us to look and sound like Jesus, we have to know who he is and what he's all about. The more I dive into the word, the more I dwell in his presence, the more I pray and listen to him, the more I'm involved, the more I know how to be like Jesus. I was reminded of this last week. I watched a lot of BBC shows, a lot of Acorn TV, a lot of stuff from Scotland and Ireland and the UK, and I find myself sometimes watching so many of them that my terrible British accent comes out. Now we all want to sound like Sean Connery in Welcome to the Rock kind of thing, but I don't sound all that British or Scottish. But the more I immerse myself in those shows, the more I sound like them. I even start to think like them. I start to use the letter Z instead of Z because I'm immersing myself in that. And so the more we immerse ourselves in the Word, we're just going to naturally become like Jesus. So we're going to spend a couple weeks here in the Daily Word learning who God is, the names of God, what it means when he says, I'm this as your God, I'm that as your God. We're gonna find out who he is, learn more about him so that we can become more like him, so I can love and forgive and serve like Jesus, so that I can think and act like Jesus, so I can sound like Jesus, so that we can be imitators of God.